Hello everybody. In this video, we will focus on the last redox reaction, and that is disproportionation reaction. Now first we need to understand what is meant by disproportionation reaction. It is that redox reaction in which one element undergoes oxidation as well as reduction. In the previous types of redox reaction, we have seen that there is a change in the oxidation number of different elements. One element is undergoing reduction, then the other element is undergoing oxidation. But here in disproportionation reaction, the same element undergoes oxidation as well as reduction, and that is why it is called disproportionation reaction. Clear? Now here, see, I have written element in one oxidation state is simultaneously oxidized and reduced. Means it is undergoing oxidation and reduction simultaneously. Clear? Another important point is those elements that exist in three different oxidation states can undergo such reactions. ये दूसरी condition है कि only those elements which can exist in three oxidation state. Clear? So they can undergo disproportionation reaction. And the element which is having three different oxidation state, so out of these three oxidation state, the one which is intermediate, so the element in the intermediate oxidation state is oxidized to higher oxidation state and it is reduced to lower oxidation state. Clear? So it is the element which is in the intermediate oxidation state. It undergoes oxidation and it also undergoes reduction. So when it undergoes oxidation, then its oxidation state will increase. Means it will be converted into the higher oxidation state. And when it undergoes reduction, then it will be reduced to lower oxidation state. Means it will be converted to the lower oxidation state. Clear? For example, 2H2O2. H2O2 means hydrogen peroxide. And we have seen that oxygen, the common oxidation state of oxygen is -2, but in peroxide it is in -1 oxidation state. So here in this reaction, oxygen is that element which has three different oxidation state. One, in oxygen, dioxygen, it is in 0 oxidation state. In water, it is in -2 oxidation state. And in peroxide, it is in -1 oxidation state. So out of these three oxidation states, -1, -2 and 0, -1 is the intermediate stage. So this oxygen in this intermediate oxidation state is oxidized to dioxygen. Means it is converted into 0, means -1 to 0. So it is undergoing oxidation. And it is reduced to -2, where it is converted into water. So here it is the oxygen from hydrogen peroxide which is undergoing oxidation as well as reduction simultaneously. There is no change in the oxidation state of hydrogen. Clear? So this is the condition. The element which can exist in three different oxidation state, only that can undergo disproportionation reaction. And in this reaction also, the element in the intermediate oxidation state will undergo oxidation and reduction. Clear? Another example, P4, phosphorus. P4, it is a elemental form, though it is a tetraatomic, but it is in the elemental form. It is in a free form, not the compound form. So it is in 0 oxidation state. Clear? When it is reacted with alkali, means either NaOH or KOH and water, then it is converted into PH3 and H2PO2 minus. Clear? So here we will focus only on phosphorus, which is undergoing disproportionation reaction. So phosphorus from 0 oxidation state, when it is converted to PH3, that is phosphine, then the oxidation state of phosphorus is -3. Matlab from 0 to -3 it is undergoing reduction. Clear? When it is converted into H2PO2 -1, then in this ion, phosphorus is in +1 oxidation state. I have explained in the previous lecture how to find out the oxidation state of the polyatomic ion. Clear? So here phosphorus is in +1 oxidation state from 0 to +1. So oxidation. From 0 to -3 means reduction. So it is the same element, that is phosphorus. It is undergoing oxidation as well as reduction. It exists in three oxidation states: 0, -3 and +1. Here 0 is the intermediate stage between +1 and -3. Clear? So this intermediate stage of phosphorus is undergoing oxidation as well as reduction. Clear? So this is also a redox reaction. We will not focus on hydrogen or oxygen. Clear? Okay, another example, S8, sulfur. Here it is octaatomic molecule. It is again in the elemental form, in the free form. When it is reacted with alkali, then sulfur in zero oxidation state, it is converted to sulfide ion. So -2. -2 is the oxidation state of sulfur in sulfide ion. So it is sulfide ion. So -2. We have also learned that if it is monoatomic ion, then the charge on that ion is the oxidation state of that element. So here sulfide ion, its charge is -2. So the oxidation state of sulfur is -2. Clear? So from S8, which is in zero oxidation state, sulfur is undergoing reduction to -2 oxidation state. When it is converted to S2O3 -2 ion, this is polyatomic ion, in which sulfur is in +2 oxidation state. So same sulfur from 0 to +2 oxidation state means it has undergone oxidation. So sulfur is oxidized to +2 and sulfur is reduced to -2. So the same element which is in three different oxidation states, 0, -2 and +2. Now 0 is the intermediate stage between -2 and +2. So that intermediate stage always undergoes oxidation and reduction simultaneously. Clear? Then the next example is of chlorine, dichlorine. It is halogen. When it is reacted with alkali, it forms ClO- plus Cl- and water. We will focus on chlorine. Chlorine in dichlorine is zero oxidation state. It is in elemental form. In ClO- polyatomic ion, chlorine is in +1 oxidation state. And in chloride ion, it is in -1 oxidation state. So 0 to +1 means chlorine has undergone oxidation. 0 to -1 means the same chlorine has undergone reduction also. So this is also disproportionation reaction. Chlorine is in three oxidation states, 0, +1 and -1. 0 is intermediate between -1 and +1. Clear? But this reaction is different with fluorine. You can see Cl2 when reacted with 2OH-. Here fluorine is reacted with 2OH-, means it is reacted with alkali. Then here chloride ion is formed, here fluoride ion is formed. Clear? Here ClO- is formed, here OF2-1 is formed. Okay, sorry, OF2 is formed. It is a neutral compound. OF2 is formed and water is formed. So in this particular ion, chlorine is in +1 oxidation state, means positive oxidation state. But here in this compound, fluorine is in -1 oxidation state only. So here you can see in this reaction, it is not disproportionation reaction, though the conditions are same. But the fluorine cannot undergo disproportionation reaction. Why? Because it can exist in only two oxidation states, 0 and -1. Fluorine is the most electronegative element of the periodic table. It can never be in positive oxidation state. In rest of the reaction, we have seen that the element is in 0, positive and negative oxidation state. But here for fluorine, it is not possible to be in positive oxidation state because of its high electronegativity. So this is oxyfluoride. This is the example, this is the exception of fluorine, exception of oxygen, in which oxygen is in positive oxidation state. So in the rules for determining oxidation state, this point is also mentioned. The most common oxidation state of oxygen is -2, but exceptions are peroxide, in which oxygen is in -1 oxidation state. Clear? In superoxide like KO2, oxygen is in -1/2 oxidation state, and in oxyfluorides, oxygen is in positive oxidation state. So in this compound, oxygen is +2. Clear? Because fluorine can never be positive. all other halogen can be in positive oxidation state also. See, for halogen, the most common oxidation state is -1, negative oxidation state. But they can exist in 0 as well as positive oxidation state also. But for fluorine, it is not possible. So this reaction, though it is a redox reaction, but it is not disproportionation reaction. Clear? You can be asked this type of question also. You may be given these two reactions. And you can be asked that which of the following is a redox reaction and which of the following is a disproportionation redox reaction. These two are redox reactions, but reaction of chlorine is a disproportionation reaction also. This reaction, though it is redox, but it is not disproportionation reaction. Or you can be asked in 1 mark question that fluorine does not undergo disproportionation reaction. Why? Because for fluorine it is not possible to be in positive oxidation state. It has maximum 2 possible oxidation state, that is 0 and -1. Clear? And that is why it cannot undergo disproportionation, because for disproportionation reaction the condition is the element must exist in 3 different oxidation state, which is not possible for fluorine. Clear? So with this, all the 4 types of redox reactions we have completed. Now in the next video we will go for balancing of redox reaction. So in that we will discuss how to balance a given redox reaction either in acidic or basic medium by oxidation number method or by half reaction method. Clear? So till then, goodbye. Nice time. Thank you.